Hello everyone, welcome back to Diamond Paintings with Mike, and it's Monday, my favourite day of the week. Now, I thought we'd take a break from Ruby and bring back in Dylan the dog, because we are on, people, the final week of March. I cannot believe it. We are racing through these months, and yes, I want to get most of this done today. So yeah, we're gonna get started on here. We won't obviously do all of it, but we'll do as much as we possibly can. And yeah, so now it was the night before Christmas when all through the night not a single mouse was hooting, not even a fright. I'm not doing a story, but it feels like a story because I've got to rewind back to Friday, Thursday, I don't know, whatever day it was when we had to go up to, guess where? The bloody hospital again. That place is getting on my nerves. Like, we've spent the majority of last year and this year just going back and forth to hospitals. So it was, I actually can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. I really can't remember, but anyway. No, it was Friday because it was Jack's birthday. It must have been Friday then. So anyway, let's have a check. Alexa, what day was Friday last week? Alexa, what was the date of Friday last week?
The 21st of March, 2025.
Yeah, there we go. Brilliant.
On a Friday.
Because his birthday is on the 21st. So let's rewind back to Friday. So, well, Thursday night. And remember I was saying that Hannah's manager was having difficulty trying to get her cover so that my sister could go. Well, I needed an answer like within the hour because like I didn't want to go to bed and then like get woken up like halfway through the night and go, right, you've got to come, you know. So my mum was like, well, we need an answer. So she spoke to Hannah, and she needed to know as well, because we were both like, well, are we going? Is she not coming, or is she coming? And yeah, so Hannah agreed that, the woman then changed it again and said that she can't let her know till the morning. Well, that's far too short notice, and so she just said that I should go. So yeah, in a way I was quite glad, because as I say, I don't understand why you would change it if I've already opted to help out. You know, I cannot get my head around that. And what we did was, it got to Friday and I met my mum. It was so funny, right? So we'll get to it in a minute. But I said to my mum, right, I'm at Braintree. Hello. I said to my mum, I'm at Braintree. So hang on a minute. I've just got to do something here. There we go, lovely. I was at Braintree and I said to her, right, you need to, and she goes, I'm at Whittamsdale. And I was like, no, you need to get to the station, because the train, she thought that the 9:15 service was her train. Sorry, the 9:30. And I said, no, that's the Braintree line. The one you need is the one that comes from Braintree that stops outside Whittam at about 9:15 to go to London. So obviously she's like stressed out because she's got the connection wrong. And she made it in time, and we were just pulling into White Notley, and I was like, where are you? Like, it's going to be here any minute. Like, hurry up, hurry up. And she was at Chipping, and I think she just made it in time. So that train was a 10 carriage train, and normally like it's like a 5 carriage train. It really depends on if it's rush hour. Obviously if everyone's finishing work about 5ish, they're gonna put more carriages on. So when it's less busy, they cut half the train off. So it's like smaller carriages and stuff. So anyway, I said to her, like, be on the back of the train, and I was right at the front. So we get into Whittam, and I could see you on the platform, and she was outside the train. I was like, lovely, right. So I get on the train, and I can't find her. I walked all the way through the carriage, and she said she's just got on it, because I rang her to see where she was, and she was like, I've just got on it. I'm sitting near the front of it. And I was like, right, so the front of the back of the train, understood. And I was like, this isn't making any sense. So I walked right the way through, and with the older trains, I think they're the 360 class, they had doors in between the carriages, and you have to keep opening the doors. And with these new ones, you just walk through. You don't have that middle door thing that you have to push open. Because it was so annoying. You used to have a door here, walk through a little bit, then another door, and it's like, oh, is it really necessary to have all these doors? And I walked all the way to the back of the train, walked all the way through, and I thought, I think I've made a bit of a balls up here. So she got it right. I said, get on the back. So, of course, she's gone down to the back, but I forgot that the back is obviously the back part. I was sitting in the carriage, the first slot of 4 carriages, because it's 4 and 4, yeah? And I was sitting at the front, and she's got on the sister train that is connected to the front of this train. And I thought, well, you must be on the sister train, which is connected to it. And I'm sure I've just said that twice. So I phoned her and I said, whatever you do, do not get off, because this is the right train, because she'll go into panic mode, like, if she can't see me on the train, because she'll be like, have I got on the wrong train? And I said, no, you're on the right train. What's happened is I've told you the wrong part of the train, and you've got on the sister carriage. So she said, right, well, meet me at Chelmsford Station lift. And yeah, so she's waiting at the lift, and I've got off walking all the way down from the front. It's so confusing, because when you're on a 5 carriage, I'm at the front, and then she'll get on at the back. So because it was an extra set of trains, that's what obviously made us get on the wrong part, It's not normally like that. Normally she gets on the back, walks through, and she meets me, So anyway, we get to Chelmsford, and I think we had about 2-minute wait, because the C2 was waiting. There's 2 different buses. So you've got C1 that goes direct there, and then C2 tends to go all around the houses. And we got on it, and yeah, I was like, what the hell are we going? So it went all up to like where Whittle sort of is, not directly into it all, but where my brother's girlfriend, who is split from, used to live. And then it went all over a place called Skerry Rise. Don't know where the hell that is. All up the Forest Road shops. And then didn't go back into the town centre and went up to Broomfield. And I was like, how in the world have we got from Skerry Rise to Broomfield? Because when you go back when you've come out of the Forest Road shops, you tend to go into the town centre. But as we're going past, it just went into Broomfield. And I was like, please don't get on this bus again, because we've got on the wrong one. It still goes there, but this C2 is a longer version, because it goes all around the asses, and it just takes forever, whereas C1 tends to go right there. You definitely need C1 if you're like in a hurry for an appointment. So anyway, we get there and get at the hospital, and with a little bit too early. And I said, well, it's better to go early, because with hospitals, they will cancel your appointment if you turn up late. I don't know why, but they don't seem to really care about people that have to travel on public transport. We can't help it if the buses are late or if the trains are delayed. Anything can happen on the roads or the tracks, So, yeah, they don't care about that. If you're late, you're off the list, and you've got to go, wait for another appointment, So anyway, she said you're a bit early. So what we have to do, we go to the main reception, and then they say you've got to wait outside in the waiting room. So for your name to come up on, they've got like these, LCD screens and stuff. So we've got to wait there. So we went to the one that was broken, because they said we had to sit outside this other ward For some reason, you can't just go directly into the ward. You have to wait, and then they call you up, and then you have to go through the process of signing in again. But with that department, and she said, well, the screen's, what I said to my mum, well, the screen isn't working. You're going to have to, like, what do we do? Because if they call your name and we can't see it. Well, I didn't realise. I thought the screen was, for that department. But they've got all these seats going right the way round, the building. So turns out you can use any one of them screens. So anyway, we're sitting there. My mum was reading a hospital letter while I was making sure we were in the right department of the hospital, and then I was just trying to just play, but it wasn't allowing me to get onto the internet because the Wi-Fi is crap in the hospital. There is no Wi-Fi, so I just had to sit there like waiting, and it's hot and stuffy. We didn't have anything to eat, and then there's people coming over like having their lunch break who work for the hospital, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so making me hungry. And there is shops there, they've got M&S, but I'm not paying their prices. And so I said to my mum, well, what we'll do is we'll get I had a free hot chocolate to use with one of the QR codes I've got, and on the way back we'll go in there and you can have it. And then they called the name up, and then we had to sign into this other department and then sit in the waiting room there and wait for them. So we go in, and it was about a 10-minute wait or something, and this poor gentleman, it was like the radiology department, and he was lying in a bed with like, them screen things that they put across for privacy and stuff. And I was like, why on earth has he just been like put in the radiology bit, just laying there? So whether he had an operation and they had to like do like the ultrasound on it, and perhaps there was a complication or something, I don't know. But after that, you could hear him getting frustrated, and it was like, how much longer is this going to be? Like, I'm getting really frustrated sitting here. And he was actually saying like he wants to go, he's getting frustrated sitting there. And the nurse came out and said, we're so sorry, we're waiting for the hospital porter, because they're all over the building with their walkie-talkies, because the hospital porters tend to like push patients to where they need to go. So if they're obviously in the bed, they'll push them to, like, if they've just come out of theatre, they'll push them to, the recovery unit, waiting for the anaesthetic to bring them, wear off and bring them back, back around and stuff. And he finally came and was like, the hospital porter took him away, and he said, I'm really sorry about this, but I'm just, frustrated with sitting there. And so would I be, just sitting there, you're not getting told any information about why you're there. You've just got to just sit there and wait until the next sort of update from whatever it is, from the hospital and stuff. So anyway, it was like 10 minutes, and I thought we were seeing the man from last time. Well, this other guy, we saw this other guy, and yeah, so then we went to in the room, and he's doing the ultrasound, and he said, why have you come here? And I'm like, did he really just ask that? Like, and even my mum said, like, surely you must know, why we're here. We didn't say that, obviously, but you're thinking, why have I been asked this? Because what happens is the other hospital would have sent them a referral requesting an ultrasound, so surely they must have on the notes why we've come. And he said, there's nothing, everything looks good. Now, when he's doing the ultrasound, you can hear it going, whether that's blood like flowing through the leg, or whether it's just like a noise that tells them that the blood vessel's okay or whatever, I don't know. But my mum was like, that don't sound right. And I intervened and I said, we've been sent here because the other hospital said that they don't think the arteries are strong enough for the operation. And he goes, yeah, everything's fine. But for that, because it started off going, and then it went, it sort of got louder. So I just hope that, I mean, the way I see it is I feel like we're being fobbed off. I feel like every time we go, it's just another excuse. It seems to me that they're prolonging this operation for whatever reason, because we, as I say, we've spent the whole year going for this scan, that scan. And the thing that ticked me off is the fact that we've already had this ultrasound ones, hence why we got pushed to this other hospital. But then they're saying that we've got to have another ultrasound, even though we've already had that ultrasound that shows the, you know, the arteries and stuff. So whether they didn't do it right, I don't know. So anyway, we come out of there, and yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, this has got to be the last one now. This, you know, the next move will be the operation. Hopefully, you know, this is, we really need to sort of like close the chapter on this operation thing, because we've been like waiting 4 years for it, and so we've had this, and we've got to wait and wait and wait, and you know, it's, I don't mind the waiting bit, but what annoys me is like having to keep going around all these different departments for like all these different tests. You know, just get the operation done. I know, you know, they need to have operation tests, but she's had blood tests, she's had ultrasound, she's had this, that. You know, I just cannot understand it. It frustrates me. So yeah, hopefully this is the last of that. We can now go back to the hospital. They'll get the other hospital will get the results of this ultrasound thing, and then yeah, we get the green light for the operation. Now they did say it would take like 4 days, and Tina, her friends, had it done, but each obviously every person's different. I mean, when I've had operations in the past, I take longer to come out of the anaesthetic than other people, you know, so it takes me a little bit longer. So when obviously they have the, I don't know if they call it risk assessment, or when they have the operation, they'll go, is there anything you need to tell us about, you know, anything that you're allergic to and stuff like that. For example, I can't have amoxicillin or penicillin. It seems to be the same thing, because I just collapse, and you know, all I know is that I just faint or something if I have that. But that was well back when I was a kid. So whether I've come out of that, but it's always been on my record not to take that medication just in case, because even though you're older, you don't know if you're going to react to it. So where was I? So something to do with risks and yeah, so anaesthetic and stuff. And my mum's the same. She takes a bit longer to come round. So yeah. So anyway, we then go out of the hospital, and the bus was there, like literally waiting, like perfect timing. So we got on the bus, and this one said it was going to somewhere called Gallywood. Don't know where that is in Chelmsford, but I said, well, just ask the bus driver if it goes in, you know, past the train station. And he said, yeah, so that was fine. But I wasn't very happy, because we got on, and the bus drivers are supposed to wait until you sit down. I think I got up the third step, you know, towards the back of the bus, and he's pulling away already. Like, give people a chance to sit down, seriously. So, you know, they just don't wait. Like, you've got to wait for the person to sit down. You know, if you're running late, that's not the customer's fault. So, yeah, I nearly fell off my seat because he pulled away too quick. And, yeah, so we get off at Chelmsford, and then I went to go and get a sausage roll, because by that time we were like proper hungry and stuff, and get myself a hot chocolate. Well, I actually got it for my mum, but and then I knew that I was going to Chelmsford, right? So what I did the night before, I ordered some, because I'm out as the little circle stickers, and I did a click and collect. Absolute nightmare that was. So done a click and collect, and I ordered 2 lots. So I did 2, and then I got up in the morning and I thought, I've just had another pack on, just to have plenty and stuff. So I got 3 packs, and so we walk into town. My mum's sitting outside because she said, I'll wait for you here, and she's drinking the hot chocolate thing. And oh my god, what a right nightmare. And this isn't the first time they've done this, because the first click and collect was an absolute disaster, because they claimed that they didn't have the stag Christmas paper, and it turns out they did have it and was on a pallet. Because what's frustrating is it says online, oh, it's in stock, but then when you go in, they're saying it's not in stock, even though, you know, I don't understand it. But anyway, they said, oh, we're just having a bit of trouble trying to find it. And then it turns out it was on a pallet outside, you know, in the warehouse or whatever. And they had to dive into the pallet. Well, anyway, this other click and collect, the first one went through, lovely, collected my labels, job done. And then I said, oh, I've got another one. So they had trouble trying to scan it because the machine wouldn't work. So anyway, she goes outside to get the parcel and comes out with two whacking great big, like, what looked like square clock boxes or some sort of cutlery set or something. And I was like, I actually said to her, is that mine? Because that can't be mine, because I've literally just got labels. And I showed her it. And she said, well, that's what it's on the order. And I said, it's not, because that's not my order. I can tell straight away from the packaging, like, I ordered labels. And then when she scanned it again, she said, there's no order to retrieve. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? So she got down the manager. It turns out that apparently someone has messed up the labels. And so the barcode that I had was for someone else's package, but the woman that had that you know that came out that gave me the boxes, she must have had that customer must have had my QR, and you know, it was so annoying. I was there for like 10 minutes waiting for this. Like, it's not very quick with click and collect. Like, they seem to take ages to like get the package, because what happens is they have to go outside into this. It's not like on the floor behind them. They have to go outside. But that weren't the bit I had the problem with. The bit I had the problem was saying that it weren't my package when it was. You know, I mean, bringing me out something completely different, and I'm like, what have I paid for then? So I went on the emails and checked, and it definitely was the labels. But anyway, the manager sorted it out, and she said this happened to another customer the other day. So yeah, that for 2 consecutive times of doing click and collect, it just seems like a complete and utter like disaster trying to do click and collect. Would have probably been easier for me to go up and get them, but I did click and collect so that I could, you know, guarantee I could get some. I didn't want to go all the way there, get upstairs, and then there's none left, you know, because I need them, you know. So anyway, we did that, and then McDonald's were doing an offer on the app saying that I could get it's called a meal drop or something. It's like daily deals if you download the app, and they said I could have a Big Mac and fries. You didn't get a drink, but you got it for £2.99. Now, years ago, they used to do things like that with buses. So when you got a bus ticket, on the back of that ticket would be like a voucher for McDonald's, and they also did it in WH Smith's. You would get like loads of them, and because I always bought in there, they give me like a bloody good amount, like 6 vouchers. McDonald's hated it though, because I don't know what it is, but it just seems like all shops just don't like it when you have vouchers. So anyway, I got that, and my mum really fancied the fries, so I said, like, because she was talking about the fries on the bus, and I said, like, right, what we'll do, I'll have the burger and you can have the fries. She's not very keen on burgers. She will have them, but so yeah, she had that. And then we walked off to Home Bargains, because I said, like, I need to go, and she was like, oh, I can't be asked to walk there, like, my foot's hurting me and stuff. And I said, well, do you want me to go and I meet you at the station? And she goes, no, I'll come, but I can't go anywhere else after this, because like it's hurting her and stuff. And I got another one of them storage box things, and what else did I get? Storage box. I can't actually. Oh yeah, they had the new. I didn't, intentionally try to get this. I tried to get the hot cross bun candle again, and they didn't have it. Wanted to pick up Teddy's Easter egg, and surprise, surprise, they didn't have that. So anyway, sorry, I'm having a blank mode here. Oh man, what did I do after that? Yes, when you went in, they've got this new chocolate out called Biscoff. And as we know, everything seems to have Biscoff in it. And oh my god, the Biscoff frappe from McDonald's, I don't know if they still do it, but oh, so good. I've never had a frappe before until my sister got me onto them. Because one time I met her from work and she was like, oh, she wants a frappe. It's just nice and refreshing, you know, on a hot day when you've come out of a hot, stuffy office, and then you can come out with a nice, refreshing drink. I'm not in love with hot weather, because when it's just heat and no breeze, it's horrible. It's just not nice at all. But if there was a breeze, I would do the breeze and stuff. So anyway, it was called Dairy Milk Biscoff, and oh my god, it was so good. But I saw a post on Facebook something to do with they're doing, you know, like the mini eggs chocolate bar you can get. Well, apparently they're supposed to be doing Cadbury Dairy Milk, but with mini eggs in it, which I don't know why they've not done. And apparently they're supposed to be like discontinuing mini eggs. So I hope I can get some, you know, I think mini eggs, if they could import them somehow from overseas, but I'm going to try and get that 3 kg bag of mini eggs. Like, oh, what my day is like. Mini eggs are like so nice. I'm still trying to find the orange cream egg. Can't find it because they're both out of stock. So anyway, then we went home. We were going to meet my brother, and apparently I had to stay on a bit, like covering a shift or something. So we ended up going home. Oh god, seriously, something I'm gonna have a bit more drink because I'm getting stuff at some. Wow. Yeah, so what else did I do? Yeah, so we got home and then that was pretty much it. And then we got told that Teddy was finally coming over this week, and Teddy came round, so I saw him for a bit, and he gave me like a really big like cuddle as if to go like, I've missed you. But he's such a sweet kid, because like when if you say like Michael's going now, you know, going home, he'll like run up to you and cuddle you as if to say like, go home. No, like he'll run up to you, give you a hug, and then like say bye next time. He actually like is so adorable. He waves at you as well, so like to say goodbye and stuff. So, and I felt a bit bad for like going home that day, but I don't normally do that. I normally stay, but I wanted to get home, sort out these storage boxes, and just like, because I intended to go home anyway. And if I stay, I'm letting the rail company have like a percentage of my ticket, because I paid like £11 return from Braintree to Chelmsford. So I've lose about £5, and I'm not allowing that because I've had an argument with them before and they will not refund. I said, can I do an abandoned travel, you know, from Whittam to Braintree? And they said no, because you've scanned the ticket. Yeah, from Chelmsford, but I need to like, I don't want to travel to Braintree, like what the hell. And I even showed them a screenshot of the ticket I bought the next day from Braintree to Whittam, showing that I had to pay out again, and they wouldn't refund it. So I was like, I'm not letting them have that. I mean, the prices are getting ridiculous. It's now £6 a single from Braintree, and then to get a return, it's like £8.40. I mean, you might as well just call it a tenner for a return. Like, it's just so expensive just to go one way. Like, it's just, I hate 3 things I hate paying out for, which I really wish we didn't have to do, is fare. Can't stand paying fare, cannot stand paying postage, and the biggest thing of all, food. Food is so expensive, and I can live quite happily without food, but obviously you can't, because then you would die because you haven't got no food and stuff. But it's just, it irritates me. Does anyone else get like that? Like, it's got to be £1.50 or £1.40. It's never like £1 or £1.50. And like the biggest thing is like sugary drinks. £1.15 for Coke, or £1.30. I mean, a sausage roll from Greg's, it used to be like what, 85p? It's now £1.40. Like, what the hell? Oh, it's so irritating. So then I got home Friday, I think it was, and then just like crashed because I was just like so tired and stuff. And then Saturday, I got up Saturday, and I was thinking in the evening of Friday, and I felt really bad for like not like spending time with him and stuff. And I thought, no, do you know what? Because I was going to stay here the rest of the weekend. And I thought, no, this is, we haven't seen him for 2 weeks. I should make the effort to go and see him, because I'm his uncle. So, I need to make the effort of seeing him and stuff. And yeah, I felt quite bad for like, because then my brother's like, well, why do you not want to see him then? He won't say that to you, but you can sense it. And so I thought, no, do you know what? I'm gonna go back over. So yeah, I spent some time with him, played football with him out in the garden, and then my dad turned up, and I was like, oh no. So I just resorted to going in the front room, like, yeah. So as I say, me and my dad have like an off and on relationship. Like whenever he visits, he will put on an act, like, and he will, talk to you as if like nothing's happened. I'm not very. I'm the type of person that don't forgive people easily. So yeah, he'll put on an act like as if nothing's happened, and then like the minute he goes, he's like non-talking to you again. Like, don't send me mixed messages here. So yeah, I just sat in the front room until he went. But Teddy was making like this, it's like a wooden paint model of a bird, so you can like paint your own colours on it. And yeah, so, and then Sunday came, and my brother, Sunday, no, what did I do Sunday? Yeah, I intended to come over Sunday. What's the time, by the way? 31. Okay, we're good. I thought, no, do you know what? I'm going to spend Sunday here, watch the doubles, because I'm on episode 3 of that. And I'll go home on the Monday. And Teddy and that had to go home at 3, and Jack then came round with his kids and stuff, and then they all sort of went at 3. So, and then all of a sudden we got a phone call, and my dad was ringing me, and I was like, why is he ringing me for? He never rings me. Well, it turns out that Hannah's had another argument with Jack, and Jack's upset her. So she's come home and just didn't want to be at the house with him. And she's come home. And on the call, you could hear her saying, like, because she phoned my dad and she was going, but he's my dog. And they were talking about Jasper. So, and Jasper was like looking at him, looking at my sister as if to say, like, what's wrong? He's such a sweet dog. He's a Cocker Spaniel like Molly. And yeah, so whether they've had another argument, or I don't know, but the trigger is, it seems to be every time he has the kids, there's some sort of trigger, because it always seems to have an argument on the weekends, and I don't know why. But yeah, it's obviously she's not very happy at the moment. And obviously my mum's, no, my sister's bedroom is being used as like a spare room. So Hannah, we don't empty it as such, because Hannah always sort of floats between her house and this house. And yeah, so we had like all my dad's shit in there, because where I thought, oh yeah, he's got rid of it at the kitchen, no, he shoved it in my sister's room, so she's now lumbered with it. So yeah, I don't think, it's like a hoarder. He wouldn't ever get rid of stuff. Like, I just don't understand it. So we had to like spend time. So I was helping my brother move boxes out and go downstairs. Like the amount of times they've gone downstairs, upstairs, round the U-bend, I mean, that's a bit exaggerate, but they've gone downstairs, upstairs, in this room, in that room. My mum had them at one point in her room. It's just take your stuff home. Like, why is it so hard to do that? If you don't want it, send it to a charity shop. Like, I don't know why. I mean, and then the other day was like, oh, I don't want that foot wash. So, okay, get rid of it then. Like, why do you want to keep stuff? You clearly have no room for it, so why keep it? So, anyway, that was Sunday, and then Monday came, and My brother had work, so I said, right, okay, don't worry, I will, because my dad went home at like 2 in the morning, and so my brother had to be up for work, and so I decided to walk with him to the train station and then head off to work from there. And yeah, we went to bed at 2 and then back up for 7, so I've not had much sleep, and that's me done. All caught up to date. Thank God for that. At least we've got something to talk about in this one. You know when I'm struggling for things to talk about, because I sort of go quiet and like tend to like, yeah, go quiet a bit. So but yeah, oh my days, like, so yeah, all caught up, lovely jubbly. So that's that. So just working on I'm trying to do just like the one colour at the moment, because I've run out of one, and that's a different colour, because one is white, so I'm gonna have to do a refill on that. So yeah, so let's have a look about the schedule then. So normally when it gets to like the last 2 weeks of March, or you know, whatever month, I will tend to put weekend shows in just to finish it. Now we're quite it's quite a nice month this month, because we get a few extra days in March. It's not 28 days, so we get up to the 31st. So, and guess what? Great Angler, the brilliant bloody company they are, they have decided that they're going to do engineering works on Mother's Day, of all days. And, you know, every time it's a special occasion, they have to do engineering works. So basically, there's no trains, it's all bloody buses again, you know. Of all days, they do it. Like years ago, they used to have engineering works through the night, and by 7 they had to be done, because obviously the, you know, the normal daily runnings of the train and stuff. Why do they choose to do it at the weekends when it's the most popular time? Everyone's going to be wanting to travel because it's Mother's Day. They want to go and see their loved ones, you know, their mothers and stuff, you know. So what do? They do engineering work. So that's Sunday, like, and I'm not traveling on a bus. No way. I would choose the train anytime. I do like buses, but when you think about how long it takes on a train, it takes what, 10 minutes to get there. And then buses, they take, you know, they go all through the houses, all through this, you know, just, you know, I'll choose a train any day. But I've actually been thinking, I don't know if you can get a pass anymore, but years ago on First Bus, they used to do this thing called an all-round ticket thing. And what you would do, I don't know if it was called a Rover, that sounds like Colchester buses, but it was this ticket, and you would scratch like whatever day, it was like a scratch card, and you would scratch the day that you're travelling on, and you can go on any bus in the UK, and then like unlimited travel as much as you like. And yeah, so I don't think they do them anymore, but I don't even know if they do weeklies, because apparently returns have been stopped, so it's just like a single each way with like the little shuttles. I don't know if that's any other route, but I just love the fact Whittle, the buses on there are fantastic, because you get to like, you don't even have to have cash, you can tap your card, off you go, you know. And the only problem is they seem to take forever to like debit it from your account, because I'm like, why ain't it been took then? Because whenever I spend something, I'm always checking my bank to see how much I've got left. So yeah. So where have we got up to now? So yeah, that was Mother's Day. So I'm probably gonna have to well, I'll have to get the bus. There's no other, I mean, I could get a taxi, but it's just, I don't really want to go on the bus. It's not my favourite method of transport. So let's do a weather forecast here. Alexa, what's the weather forecast today, please, love?
Right now in Braintree, it's 11 degrees Celsius with partly sunny
Lovely.
skies. Today's forecast has intermittent clouds, with a high of 14 degrees and a low of 3 degrees.
Brilliant. So what else we got to do? I want to make a start of trying to flat pack these drawers again. All I've got around to doing so far is taking like out the runners, and then obviously taking the I suppose the runners could stay on them, but I just take them off because I like to like disassemble everything. And then I've just got to like somehow flat pack it, but I haven't got around to that because it was getting like late in the evening, so I didn't really want to be banging and crashing about, you know, at that time of night. So yes, that's on the to-do list. I've got to go shopping after this, so I'm not looking forward to that, but I have to, it's got to be done. So yes. Right, I think, people, that is... Oh, actually, no, there's a few down here. Look, crafty. Ah. Okay, I've had enough of doing two for the minute, so let's get a bit of these darker colours in, I think. So I'm going to have a bit of a drink. Right, and then... Oh, lovely. No, I don't know why I'm picking up bloody number 3. I've actually got a Christmas painting that apparently got scanned in the... See where it is at the moment. It was scanned post. Yeah, so it says at the moment that they're working on it, and the great thing is about InPost is, say like you're too small to get to the top of the locker, you can actually press this button here which says, we will try to deliver your parcel to an easy access compartment. So you can actually request that and they try to like deliver it lower for you. You can actually do that as well with Amazon, because I've actually seen people on TikTok that do InPost videos, and they've used such a tool like locker compartment that they can't get it, or what they've done is they've pushed the parcel right to the back of the locker, so someone's had to get a stick to yank it forward to try and you know, get it closer to the thing. Now with Amazon lockers, in the top of the compartments they have mirrors so that you can see, you know, they've got mirrors stuck to the ceiling so you can see the parcel in there. But even I mean, I don't even know how tall I am. Probably 5 foot. I'm quite short, so even I struggle sometimes to get to the top ones. It's okay, like I can open the top ones if the parcel's right at the edge, but if it's too far back, like I can't do it. So, but what you can do with InPost is, if you accidentally shut the door, there's an option where you can actually open it again. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because with Temu, what they did was, it used to be on there, and then for some reason they took it off, and now it's come back on again. So just saves you having to like go all the way around to the post office and then queue up waiting for... Oh my, we've just scuffed that. Oh, bloody hell. See, that is absolutely terrible. Like, so if you've put that down wrong, yeah, that's what's happening. Look, that stick is so sticky, it's stuck to the drill, and that's what scuffs it. Wow, this is terrible. I tell you something, guys, this will probably be the last... I've not actually bought any more bags. I'm seeing how weak this product is. I've gone right off bags. That's terrible. So if you got that in the wrong place accidentally and you try and pick it up, it's going to pull it off like that. I mean, I'm a bit heavy-handed, so it could have been me that done that, but we've had the same problem over there. It's just ridiculous. Like, why is it so cheap? That is really bad. Like, oh my god. Seriously. So yes, I've got to go around bloody Sainsbury's after this. I hate shopping. Hate buying food products. I wish we didn't have to eat. Hate it. So much money, isn't it? Like, I normally spend what? About, well, it depends really, but normally it's like 100, 200, something like that. So, yes, it's something. And then, of course, you've got to lug all the bags back. And yeah, I'm having a rant today, guys. I'm having a bloody rant. But yes, I'm probably going to miss the news today, but oh well. I can't do everything. I'm only human. So yeah, what we got coming up? So we have my sister's birthday. We have Easter. We have Molly's birthday, which is March, April. That's in May. We have the summer. We have not really a lot happening. Very exciting, is there? So. Do you know, I did actually have a dog painting that Liz Harrison got me, but unfortunately, I only thought about it the other day, and yeah, I'm gonna have to save that one. It's in an unboxing somewhere, so if you go to like the playlist where it's like the mystery unbaggings from Liz Harrison, because me and Paula get them every now and then, she sent me this dog, and it's like on a, it's like this yellow blue background, I think it is, with like a white sort of fur dog. So yeah, I was like, oh no, how can I leave that behind? It's not fair. Oh, that's the other thing, Big Brother. That's coming back next month. It's going to be so much on because you've got Britain's Got Talent, you've got Big Brother. It's just, I mean, they're not even, with BGT, they're not even in the, the semi-finals yet. So it seems to go on for so many weeks with pre-records and stuff. But is it me, or did anyone find this week absolutely crap? There was nothing worth watching on there. Some guy was farting. I don't know what he was doing, but he was sitting on eggs with fire and stuff. Or like sitting on there just ramming his ass on the egg and like cracking it. I don't see how that's a talent. And then what else did we have? A dance group. I think we had a singer. It was just not really anything on. But yeah, it was like the guy with the eggs, like cracking them with his ass. It was like the guy previous a couple of weeks ago where he was like standing on the eggs. Now, as I say, still to this day, I think that they was fake eggs. There's no way you can stand on an egg and it and it holds that weight. You know how delicate eggs are. So yeah, I don't think their eggs were real, but yeah, I don't know on that one, but whoops-a-daisy. And then last night as well, I was on pet duty, so Harry was out of his cage and I had to try and get him in. But every time I tried to get him in the cage, he would fly off, and because we let him out in the front room to like stretch his wings and stuff. And then Belle was behaving really good. She let me stroke her and then like pick her up. She loves to be cuddled. And then I put her in her hutch because her old hutch has gone. She was in the old hutch, then she moved into a new one, but now the new one's got a problem with it, so we've moved her back in the old one. The only problem is last night is I couldn't get her up the ramp because she has a ramp that goes from the top part to the downstairs bit. And she was sitting there and I was like, you're going to have to go up because you'll be cold otherwise. Like, and we always wrap her up and stuff. Like, so she's got lots of insulation throughout the night and stuff, and to keep her warm. And yeah, I think in the end my mum had to do it, so normally I do it if I'm there, but I totally tried and she just wouldn't go up, so I don't know how my mum done it, but yeah. Well, I think we'll do 4 more of these little ones here and we'll call that a session. But it won't be long, people, before this is finito. Isn't there a song with Mamma Mia Go that says something like Desperito? And oh my god, like, I can't believe it. My brother, my beard, like, oh my god, like, I had a really overgrown beard. And partly because I was waiting for more razors to turn up from my razor company. And, that I shop with, and my brother was like, I'll shave it for you, and he actually shaved it off, like, yeah, couldn't believe it. So it's all gone, and the worst is, you know, where it goes like round the moustache and it's starting to prick you in the lip. Oh my god, that is so annoying, because it cuts like your lip, and then you've got like a sore lip and you have to buy lip balm and stuff like that, Vaseline or whatever it is, lip seal, that's the one. So yes, it's finally gone, but I feel like I've accomplished quite a lot this week. But that's where we'll leave it today. The links are in the description below for this. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and tap that good old notification bell. And if you want to get this, then do get it, because it's beautiful. But until then, have a wonderful, glorious day. Get out in the sunshine and go for a lovely stroll or a nice, refreshing, brisk walk. And we will see you very soon for another video. Ta-la!